give us some opinions. We've got lots of fun questions for you today.
That's the best part about The Current. It's more about you than it is about us. A lot of participation. So we'll see you in about 3 minutes for the Morning Current, Monday style.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Some families are still waiting on their gain down. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Some families are still waiting on SNAP benefits. Mic.
You're watching WEAR News, the Morning Current on WFGX.
And good morning and welcome to the Monday morning edition of Yes, the Morning Current. I'm Jared Willits.
I'm Laura Hesse. We're glad you're here. Let's buzz right to our top story. The House scheduled to vote this week on legislation that could force the release of the full Justice Department files on Jeffrey Epstein.
And there's a big reversal from the president now calling on Republicans in the House to vote to release the Epstein files. Quote, House Republicans should vote to release the Epstein files because we have nothing to hide and it's time to move on from this Democrat hoax.
President Trump has been feeling the pressure from both lawmakers on both sides, as well as lots of folks on social media, just to follow through on what was a campaign promise to release these files. Over the weekend, he did attack a former ally, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who had publicly and passionately called for the files to be released.
He called her a lunatic and a traitor. Here's the quote. From her, she said, I don't believe that rich, powerful people should be protected if they've done anything wrong.
Moving ahead, the House is expected to vote this week, though no specific date is set. The bill's co-sponsors say the vote they expect will receive overwhelming bipartisan support, but that's just one step If it passes the House, it has to go through the Senate and then to the president. The Senate has not committed yet to even putting the thing up for a vote.
We'll wait and see. Things are slowly getting back to normal across this great land following the longest ever government shutdown.
Indeed. Today, the FAA lifting those flight reductions at 40 airports across the country. They were put in place November 7th, and flights were reduced by at least 4% at each of those major airports.
This, of course, due to the shortage of air traffic controllers, unpaid workers calling out sick. You know all this. Officials say the cuts were made because we couldn't compromise safety in the air. Every day, you know, thousands of delays and hundreds of cancellations. The FAA recorded, though, only one staffing issue yesterday. That's down from 81 issues on November the 8th.
All of this comes just before the Thanksgiving holiday period, the busiest travel time of year. That will begin officially next Tuesday, and run through Monday, December 1st. AAA expecting 6 million of us to fly domestically over that Thanksgiving holiday.
We'll see how it goes.
All right, but we start out with a very nice Monday, at least if you like it warm. And Brooke, you know I do. Plus, you've got to stand in front of that spectacular sunrise camera all morning.
Yeah, and it's looking nice. We do have some beautiful conditions for your morning, beautiful sunrise that we were seeing earlier. Just have to do a little bit more with that humidity that we're feeling. It is going to be just a touch more muggy for you. You'll feel that especially in the afternoons as we start to heat up. Right now, we do have your temperatures in the 50s and the 60s. We are seeing 60 Milton, 64 in Pensacola, 63 in Destin. We'll start our warm up now. We should be getting into the 70s by about 10 a.m. and our highs in the mid to upper 70s. Winds are fairly light right now. We have maybe about 5 to 7 miles an hour. They are going to slowly shift more out of the south as we go into the afternoon, and that's going to allow a little more of that humidity. Radar is going to stay dry. We will just have a few passing clouds as you head into your afternoon. Heading out the door today, temperatures are going to be warm. We are going to get into those mid to upper 70s. Some of us could even get very close to 80, and it does come with that humidity. Overnight tonight, temperatures fall back into the 60s. Most of us staying in the 60s as we wake up.
Just about 7:04 with a nice shot of the Escambia Bay Bridge this morning. Light traffic moving smoothly, and so far this morning, no reports of any slowdowns.
A lot of local groups have been holding food giveaways, and especially as we near Thanksgiving, a lot of families are feeling the pinch.
WEAR's Aria Serker joins us this morning from a distribution this morning, where she says that people lined up well before the sun came up this morning, right?
Oh yeah, we were here at 4:30 a.m. on the dot, and there was already a line of cars, and that number of cars has just grown over the last 2 or 3 hours. You can see now they are all lined up in the parking lot here. The parking lot's completely full with cars still coming in and lining up to my left. There have been so many cars, and I've spoken with some of these people saying how grateful they are for these giveaways. You know, as some families are still waiting on their SNAP benefits for the month of November. The holiday is right around the corner. There are many families like these who are turning to food distributions here at Cokesbury United Methodist Church. In distributions over the weekend, we heard that the lines have been super long, and it's just showing that the need is here for food. I spoke with one man who said if you don't get here before 5 a.m., then you won't get any food, and here's what he had to say about why he's in this line today.
Things ain't getting any better, it seems. It's getting worse. So, you know, both me and my wife is disabled. So about 3 weeks ago, she fell and broke her ankle in 2 places. So it's a little rough there, and you know, the economy isn't really what they keep on saying it is. You know, so you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, that was Rodney Walker there. We had a great conversation. He's also a veteran who's in this line. He says that this is his 3rd distribution line that he's come to in the past 2 weeks. He says he always gets here early and makes sure he gets the food. I spoke with one of the volunteers here as well, and they said that there is 150 units that they can give away. So not necessarily 150 cars will get those units, because sometimes multiple units will go towards one car for multiple people in the car. But hopefully these people in line that have been here since early this morning will get their food, but they won't get it for another 3 hours, as the food distribution, I'm told, starts promptly at 10 a.m. So they'll be here for a few more hours. I've been here all morning. I'm gonna go try to talk to some more people and see how they're holding up. Back to the studio.
And there's more. The Cantonment Improvement Committee will have a distribution of 10,000 pounds of food.
That's happening Tuesday, the 18th, tomorrow. It's happening at 3 p.m. in the Carver Park, which is 208 Webb Street in Cantonment. They have some pretty specific instructions. You line up facing north on Webb. You will need to bring a valid ID. This is first come, first serve. And 2 recipients with IDs are the maximum that they will allow per each vehicle.
Getting ready for the holidays, a lot of bikes were put together for kids in Escambia County.
On Bikes Pensacola did their annual bike build yesterday at the Bay Center with hundreds of volunteers. They built about 500 bikes in 4 hours. That's awesome.
Most of the bikes go to children predominantly in foster care. On Bikes also gives them a helmet, got to have the headgear, and a lock. That's a great idea. On Bikes will work with Communities Caring at Christmas to distribute the bikes to a number of charities. They started this 9 years ago, and so far they've given away how many? 5,000 bicycles.
So cool. On social media, some of our viewers expressing gratitude. Jim shared a wonderful project and will bring many smiles on Christmas Day.
Patty wrote, "That's beautiful," and those lucky children.
Absolutely. If you missed the bike build but you still want to help, you have time. Every year On Bikes hosts the Winter Wonder Ride, trying to raise money for next year's bike build. That is coming up December 6th. Just scan the QR right there to find out more about that annual event.
We love to know what's going on in your world here on the Morning Current. One of the ways you can do that is send us pictures and videos of what's happening. You can text WEAR TV to 95577 or simply chime in from the WEAR website.
An explosion on a Polish railway line. The investigation underway on what leaders are calling an act of sabotage.
A New York Jet NFL player shot in New York City over the weekend. We'll take a look at his condition and suspects.
But in the meantime, let's just have a luxurious coffee break. I mean, mine's actually cold, which is not luxurious, but you got the idea.
Mine's cold too, not luxurious, but nonetheless satisfying.
Good morning. An explosion on a Polish railway line is being described this morning as an unprecedented act of sabotage.
It was all discovered yesterday during an inspection. A train driver had reported irregularities. Now, this railway, apparently a strategic line connecting the capital of Warsaw to southeastern city of Lublin, used to deliver aid to Ukraine.
The prime minister did not specifically name any suspects, but here's his quote. He did call it an unprecedented act of sabotage, targeting directly the security of the Polish state and its civilians. Now the Polish military is in the process of inspecting 75 miles of track that runs along the border with Ukraine.
Leaders are vowing to fine whomever is responsible, quote, regardless of who their backers are.
In New York City this morning, a manhunt underway after an NFL player was shot on the street.
New York Jets cornerback Chris Boyd, shot in the abdomen, happened about 2 in the morning Sunday outside of a restaurant in Midtown Manhattan. PD has not confirmed Boyd as the victim, but the Jets say they're aware of the situation involving Boyd.
They didn't have any more comment than that. Both local and national reports have linked this shooting to Boyd, however. NYPD confirmed the victim is in critical but stable condition. And again, they have not confirmed it was Boyd. So basically, no arrests have been made. NYPD has released images of a person of interest. There you go. That man, they say, left the scene in a blue BMW. More to come.
Been about 3 weeks since evacuating to NAS Pensacola because of Hurricane Melissa. The non-essential personnel from Gitmo are headed back.
That was about 900 people who were described as non-mission essential. They came to NAS Pensacola. Melissa, you recall, made landfall in Jamaica as a Cat 5. It was a brutal storm.
NAS Pensacola Commanding Officer Captain Chandra Newman said the Emergency Family Assistance Center was critical to success of the nearly 3-week operation. A number of partnerships working with the American Red Cross, United Services, USO, the Navy and Marine Corps Relief Society, and more.
Now, she also said the community support was overwhelming. People donated pet supplies. They came with food. They took people off base just to have an outing in the community and lots more. So just once again showing the support.
That's how we do it. All right, week 12 of college football in the books. Everyone's making their case heading into the playoff season. Laura Hussey, take it.
It's Alabama, or it's kind of Alabama this morning. They lost to OU 23-21. Alabama missed a 36-yard field goal, allowing a 46-yard punt return. They also we called it wrong on that one.
Florida lost to Ole Miss 34-24 to defeat guaranteeing a 4th losing season in 5 years. Gators take on number 23 Tennessee. That'll happen on Saturday. Miami blowing out NC State 41-7, once again led by QB Carson Beck through 291 yards and 3 touchdowns. Miami meet up with Virginia Tech next.
Florida State beat Virginia Tech 34-14. Deuce Robinson with his 3rd consecutive 100-yard receiving game. 6 catches, 134 yards, and a 50-yard touchdown. Next, the Noles will take on NC State.
All right, the AP Top 25 seeing a shakeup, of course, as we head to 13 week. Alabama dropped 6 spots to number 10 after weeks in the top 5. Top 4 remain unchanged. Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, Georgia. Ole Miss rounds out the 5th spots.
And UWF, they are back in the playoffs and 5 wins away from another national championship.
Argos finishing the regular season 9-1 and a share of the Gulf South Conference title. They lost their only game of the season over the weekend to Valdosta State 47-44 in overtime. UWF is number 2 seed in Region 2, hosting North Greenville Saturday. The Argos and the Trailblazers met in week 4 of the regular season, UWF winning 25-17. The Saturday's rematch, 1 o'clock at Penn Air Field. Ticket information at goargos.com.
Here we are on a Monday. I love the warmer temperatures. I actually was able to go to the other closet where I put all the short sleeve dresses, pull one out, you know. I'm going to milk that as long as I can.
I mean, it looks like it's here for a while. So your Thanksgiving, I would say those Thanksgiving sweaters, those cute little outfits, you're not going to be able to wear them.
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed.
It's looking warm. We're going to be seeing temperatures mid to upper 70s. I mean, it is going to feel more like the 80s in some spots because of the humidity. And that's the key change that we've had. Really yesterday we were feeling it. We were seeing that higher humidity. We're going to be feeling the mugginess mugginess as we head through the rest of the week. So just get prepared for that as you are getting prepared for your day. It is certainly going to feel warmer than what we saw last week, even though the temperature is not too much of a difference. You can see right now over our Hardee's camera, we do have a few clouds in the area. That's going to be because of the moisture that we're seeing. We are seeing our temperatures currently in the 60s. It is warming fast, 64 Pensacola, 61 in Navarre, and you can see our highs anywhere from 75 to about 79 degrees. So we are running above average moving forward. And this is a trend that continues, warmer than average, much warmer than average. And this is going to last 6 to 10 days from now. So it doesn't look like much of a change, at least through the middle of next week. We'll continue to monitor any trends, but as of now, it does look like things are going to stay warm. You can see those temperatures, highs compared to average. Normally we're in the low 70s this time of year. We're going to run around 5 to 7 degrees above average. So you can see that all the way through Friday, 78 degrees, and there's really not much rain with that moisture that we're seeing. So it feels very humid. Our rain chances are remaining very, very low. 0% chance through Thursday, and then heading into the end of the week, we'll just have a small 30 to 20% chance of rain. So that's what we'll see. You can see a few more clouds through the day today. We'll still have sunshine mixed in. Same thing heading into Tuesday, mostly sunny skies with a few passing clouds. We'll see this going into your Wednesday, and you'll feel that humidity. It is going to feel a little bit more muggy all the way into the weekend. Now, once again, going into Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we'll start to see some small rain chances. The rain chances will be very isolated at just 30 to 20%, and we need some rain in the area. As for your drought conditions, we're under moderate to severe drought conditions across the area. We do have a little bit of a break closer to the coastline for Baldwin and Escambia County, and that's because we did have some coastal showers a couple weeks ago, but things are still looking very dry for all of us. So this could help extend that drought, so something we'll watch. We also are watching that extreme drought just to our east. At Stock Tropics now, we do have not expecting any tropical activity heading into the next 7 days. We'll continue to monitor everything for you, but we just have 13 days left in hurricane season, and it does look like we are ending on a more quiet note. Seatown Marine forecast, 1 foot for the Gulf. Winds are variable at about 5 knots. We are going to be seeing a very light chop out there, and we do have your yellow flags flying with a good chance we will see green flags as we go later on into your day. Should be looking calm. Here's a look at your week ahead. We do have your temperatures in the mid to upper 70s through the week ahead. We are going to be looking a little bit above average all the way into your weekend. We will have rain chances at 0 through Thursday. We'll start to bring in a very small rain chance as we head into your Friday at just about 30%, 20% going into Saturday, Sunday.
It is 7:19, and we take a look outside 110 near Airport Boulevard in Pensacola. Very light traffic there. No issues to report this morning.
A new song topping Billboard's country digital song sales, but there's a small problem. Why the Songwriters Association is speaking out. You can probably imagine.
the only guilty man in Shawshank. Morgan Freeman is the latest actor to talk out strongly against AI taking over the VO business, stealing his voice.
Well, and apparently they can sample all the voices, right? Freeman says his lawyers are very, very busy tackling unauthorized uses of his voice. He's been the subject of several deep fakes over the years.
You know, and it makes sense. He's got such a unique voice. You know, he's known for his voice. He says he's opposed to James Earl Jones giving Lucasfilms permission to continue to use his voice as Darth Vader after his death. He does say he's not going to get paid for using his voice. You're robbing him.
I think they're falling on one side or the other of the argument. Some actors are going, well, at least I'll get paid some if I license it out.
Matthew McConaughey, for one.
Absolutely. And as you mentioned, James Earl Jones, but like, Morgan's no. He worked so hard to develop his voice. You were talking about this earlier.
That's
Jared.
right. You know, you wouldn't think, but he, as a young man, he went to diction classes at a community college in LA, of all places, learning how to use your voice. You can have a good voice, but if you don't know how to use it, you really can't make big progress.
And he says, actually, the coach told him to drop it down. He says a lot of people, our voices are higher than they would be if we would just let everything go and relax it. So anyway, we will see where that evolves. I think we all know where it's going because of this. Nashville songwriters and fans fired up about the AI song that topped the country charts.
I think it's a wave we can't stop, but the song Walk My Walk by a virtual band called Breaking Rust topped Billboard country digital sales and downloads. The vocals and all the production are AI.
Yeah, you know, Nashville Songwriters Association International says they're suspicious of sales. They say it's hard to believe so many people bought the song.
I have heard this. My husband was talking to a friend in the business, and there is some type of practice where, like, you keep downloading your own song.
Oh,
I don't know exactly how that works.
Stuffing the ballot box.
He says a lot of people in Nashville are of the opinion that, yes, to some extent, there's some manipulation on these numbers. Anyway, the AI company's not saying much. They've been pretty tight-lipped about exactly how they're training AI to be like so good, if you will. The Songwriters Association wants some regulation around the thing.
A lot of people commenting about this and AI in general. Here we go. A lot of people say it needs to stop, that we're doomed. Others say this is only the beginning.
Austin wrote AI should be illegal, full stop.
Yeah, Dan shared, if it's classic country, then AI got it right.
That's funny.
Then there's this from Zach. He says, that says more about the current quality of country music than it does AI.
Ouch, ouch.
Yeah, that's a pretty serious ouch, yeah.
Ryan Paulin sent this one, Big Bear in my front yard. It sure is, but I love the video.
And Dave Lott, this is fishing and birding. That is such an artsy photo.
Love it.
So pretty.
Okay, you guys, President Trump clarifying the timeline and when those $2,000 checks could go out. We know at least when you won't be seeing them.
Anytime soon.
Yeah. Okay, you stole my thunder, but let us be the bearers of some not so good news. Stay with us.
Little advice, if you've been waiting for your $2,000 check, don't hold your breath.
Yeah, good advice. President Trump now saying the checks will not go out before the holidays. He told reporters on Air Force One Friday the checks would come out next year. No set time frame.
So yesterday, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said, quote, "We will see. We'll need legislation for that," unquote. He said payments would be for working families, however you define that, and will come with an income limit.
And the Supreme Court could put a wrench in the whole plan. Obviously, right now, justices are considering the president's use of that emergency law to justify the tariffs and put them in place. So if the Supreme Court rules against the president, the government would actually owe refunds instead of having some big pot of money to do stimmy with.
A lot of people talking about this, of course, on social media. A lot of people saying it's never going to happen, so don't count on it.
Also, Ray said it would have been nice to get the help before Christmas.
Donna commenting, "If we get a check, awesome. If we don't, oh well, I have better things to do than fret about it."
And Topher wrote what other people are saying on social media as well. All of the tariff money should go toward paying down the national debt.
Pensacola moving ahead. Finally, I guess finally is an okay word, demolishing the old Baptist Hospital on West Marino.
Last week, the City Council approved contracts for demolition and decommissioning of the hospital. This is over a $12 million job. The contractee, if you will, contractor, North Star Contracting Group. And they've also paid over $956,000 to Jacobs, the project management company.
This should all be completed, they say, in 2027. The mayor and the city council says they will work closely with us, the people of the city, to come and develop a plan for that property.
So we asked you last week, what do you want done with this property? More than 150 people weighed in, and the narrow majority, 51%, said affordable housing.
A healthcare facility came in second place with 20% of the votes.
A retail/business option came in with 17%, and 12% voted for a community center.
It is 7:30 on the Morning Current. Thank you for tuning us in. We really appreciate it. Tell your friends about us. We're kind of new.
Yeah, that's cool. That'd be good. Hey, and we're not exactly normal. But also our temps aren't exactly normal. That's where I was trying to go with the whole thing, Brooke.
Yeah, and it is looking well above average as we go well into next week. We're not going to have much of a change here. Temperatures are starting off in the 60s, but we are going to warm up fast. So just keep that in mind as you are getting ready for your day. We're going to be seeing the upper 70s, and it's going to feel a little bit warmer because of the humidity. Right now, we do have a gorgeous start over Okaloosa Island. Temperatures haven't quite made it to the 70s yet, but we are warming up. It's already 64, Pensacola 60. Navarre 62, Fort Walton Beach 60, and Milton. We do have a few 50s, 58 in Mobile, 59 in Jay, but that is all going to change as we go into the next couple of hours. Winds right now fairly calm, 5 to 7 miles an hour. They are starting to come more and more out of the east. Eventually we'll have more of a southerly flow, and that is going to help to increase that humidity that you'll feel this afternoon. Radar is going to look dry, so not expecting any rain. It is going to be nice and sunny, just not going to feel like what we saw last week. So we do have some changes with that humidity in particular, is why it's going to feel a little bit warmer. We do still have that beautiful afternoon, but it is going to be mid to upper 70s. Tonight we'll drop into the 60s.
Checking out your morning drive at 7:31. Here's a look across the 3 Mile Bridge. Things are picking up but moving smoothly.
All right, people are excited about this. Demolition underway to make room for the new Costco in Pensacola.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like everybody's favorite wholesale store. It seems to be anyway. It will replace the old Kmart and Planet Fitness at the corner of East 9 Mile and Kemstrand. They say it could open next summer.
We asked you if you're excited about Costco moving into Pensacola. 600 people participated. 81% said yes. 19 said no.
And since we posted this story on social media last week, we've got nearly 200 comments. Let's go to some of those. Most people pretty darn excited, as we say. Betty, for example. Finally, I am one happy camper. I missed Costco since I was stationed in Seattle. Love it much better than Sam's Club and BJ's. Can't wait.
Joe says, wonderful. I think it'll be the busiest shopping location in Pensacola.
And Carol commented, yay, looking forward to the opening.
All right, the holidays are here. Thanksgiving right around the corner, and everything for your Thanksgiving meal and beyond is going to cost you more.
You're probably bracing for it. This shouldn't come as a surprise. Wholesale turkey prices are up 40% this year over last. Yeah, a report found some sharp individual spikes in the Thanksgiving table items as well.
Thank goodness I don't like yams. Yam prices Who likes yams? A lot of people, I'm sure. Price is up. How much? 188%.
If you use any canned veggies in your casseroles and such, they are 5% more expensive. Apples up 50%, flour up 40%, milk, butter, crescent rolls all up 50% or more.
Now, that's a shame for the crescent rolls. Some retailers are lowering prices on a few items. How about this? Now, the White House is also moving to ease some pressure by...
Well, President Trump is saying he has cut back tariffs on more than 200 goods. Perhaps that will see some improvement in things like coffee, beef, and bananas.
A wonderful event. The Miracle League of Pensacola hosting their annual Turkey Fry next week.
You know, I got to do a story with them and see that what they raise money for. They're so great. If you want to make an appointment to have your turkey fried, we got the number on the screen there for you, 850-490-7035. The big event is Wednesday, the 26th from 7 to 4. The Miracle League fields are located at the corner of 9 Mile and Airway Drive.
Now, do understand the time slots are limited. Walk-ups are welcome, but appointments are probably your best idea.
If you want the Miracle League to fry your turkey, here are the things you need to do. Defrost and clean it completely. Pull the bag out of the insides. Get that sucker ready. Remove all the packaging. Get there on time for your appointment, and they request a minimum donation of $35 to cover the cost. Anything else benefits the Miracle League of Pensacola.
Can you believe it? A Labubu movie is coming to the big screen. What we know about the effort so far, hang on.
And a new study reveals the most mispronounced words officially, the ones we struggle with the most, and I think you'll have a couple favorites to throw in as well.
But for the moment, we're going to enjoy a coffee break. Do sit back, relax, and join us.
All right, I know our producer Ansley is really excited for this one, but there is a Labubu movie in the works. You know, those little doll things.
Which were this morning said, Ansley, are you so happy about the Labubu movie? She said, I can't even get a Labubu yet.
Oh yeah,
She's
she has a whole bunch of Lafufus.
the fake ones.
Oh, the fake ones?
Yeah,
Oh.
she's just doing the best she can, Jared. Anyway, Sony signed the deal last week, so we don't know a lot. This is in very early stages. They just say that they have these screen rights to those crazy little Chinese dolls that everybody's going nuts about.
No name of the movie, no actors signed, no directors, no plot, no nothing. Apparently, these things were what? Figurines to begin with, correct?
Yes, yeah. They're like little dolls, like little.
They kind of look like little monsters.
They're like little stuffed animals with like a little face.
Yeah,
I don't know.
apparently that company Pop Mart started selling them in 2019, and then celebrity influencers
Oh, well,
and
there you
so
go.
on. You had the blind box openers. All those things made it even more popular.
Blind box? What do you buy a box so you know what's in it?
Yeah, so there's like different colors, and there's like I think there's like 6 that you could get, and there's like a special or a secret. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a whole thing. If you look it up, you can get
Oh,
lost
clearly,
in
I
the
need to
video.
get in on this.
You know, when
Huh.
these things first got into mainstream, I was like obsessed. I was like, what are these? And
Yeah.
people have tons of them.
Yeah.
Well, Don, you got some Labubu?
No, I don't.
Didn't think so.
Maybe for Christmas.
All right, you guys, we're going to move on. As much as I love the Labubus, I love this story even more. It looks at the most mispronounced words. An outfit called unscrambler.com analyzed the Google Trends
Yeah.
when people search, how do I pronounce
Oh.
XYZ? Okay, here are the words that apparently we have trouble pronouncing. Gyro.
Pardon?
My stepmom's daddy was off the boat. So gyro it's not gyro.
All right.
It's the sandwich. It's the Greek,
Can you
shape.
say?
Yeah.
Can you say Worcestershire?
Worcestershire's never been a problem.
No, Worcestershire.
word.
You hate
All
that
right.
word?
I don't like it. It's
You don't like the word, or you
It's
don't
not
like
that
the
I
sauce?
can't pronounce it. I just don't like it's an unpleasant word in my brain.
You're right. It doesn't really sound
I
good.
don't, the other one is acai. You know the acai bowls. My
No,
mother.
I don't
is,
know. Acai, is it acai? Is it acai? I'm embarrassed to even say it.
I think it's
Acai.
acai. My mom loves them, and she says them wrong every single time she talks to
Now.
me, and I've just stopped correcting her.
Stand by.
Okay.
The last word, it is so wonderfully Florida.
Yeah, this is, so they broke it down state by state. So Florida's mispronounced word is,
That's not a word. Is that a word?
a word.
Staphylococcus.
What is that?
as it would have to do with the staph bacteria.
Yeah, it's a staph infection.
Michael and I was like stereo on Brooke. It's a staph bacteria. All right, you can see these stories.
Staph
and
infection.
Yes.
Call it what it is. Keep it simple.
Watch our YouTube channel. We've got more of this, plus the real news, whatever you like. Quick bites of content, the Morning Minute, and lots more. Just search WEAR News on YouTube.
When the morning current continues, Thanksgiving just about here, we want your quote, hot takes about what you put on your holiday meal. At the Willis family, of course, the holiday meatloaf.
as we chat behind the scenes amongst the team, we've learned that everybody does Thanksgiving a bit differently, so we wanted to settle a few debates here. We're going to run through a series of this way or that way, and we're going to ask you to scan the QR code. We'll pop one up in a minute and weigh in. So these are easy questions such as, what is the best topping for sweet potato casserole? Pecans or marshmallows?
Pecans.
What do you prefer? Do you prefer your stuffing or your dressing, or are they really one and the same in your mind?
You know they are, Jared. Stuffing is when you put it in the bird. Dressing is when you bake it in a dish, and it's the best thing. But what do you call it at your house? You can weigh in on that.
Also, how do you feel about mac cheese on your Thanksgiving table? I think it's a great. I think mac cheese on any table, any day, is a fine idea.
Is there anybody who thinks mac and cheese isn't a Thanksgiving
I know. I was
dish?
looking at the poll. For a second, it was having more. No, now it's 50-50. But I was, obviously, my mom makes the best mac and cheese.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, any day of the week. Okay, we got a couple more. Like, what time do you eat? Oh, wait, we got mac and cheese up there. What time do you eat on Thanksgiving? Do you go around midday or toward dinner? See, we're in the minority. We eat later because I'm slow.
We do both.
Hey, we don't stop.
It's an all-day affair.
Oh my gosh. And then when you are not eating on Thanksgiving, what do? We've got categories for watch the parade, watch football. Apparently we don't have a category for pass out on the couch.
Yeah, really. I was just thinking that because that's the best thing. Just take yourself a snoozer.
So scan that QR, give us all your answers, and we hope you'll join us on Thanksgiving morning for the Morning Current. We will reveal all those answers, and we've got a lot more fun planned for your holiday morning. .45, and we're looking across the 3 Mile Bridge. Starting to look a little cloudy out there, Brooke. That may or just be our camera. We'll check in with you in just a second here.
We're getting back to a more Florida feel.
Yeah, the humidity's back. And it looks like it's here to stay for
Is that
quite
what
some
it was?
time.
Kind of just a haze over the camera there, making it look a
Yeah,
little...
there's just, there's that humidity. The air just feels a little bit thicker. We're going to be feeling that in the afternoon. I'm hungry now, though, because we were talking about food.
Mac and cheese.
We're almost done. I'm going to have breakfast. Okay, but we're going to talk about the weather. It's looking like a gorgeous one. Maybe you're heading out and about. Maybe you're going to grab some breakfast on your way into work. We do have those clouds right now. It is going to be looking like this through most of the afternoon. You'll have clouds, so we'll have the break with some sunshine here and there. It just depends on where you are, as we do have that humidity a little bit higher, and it's going to start to increase, especially as our winds start to shift. Right now we are in the 60s at 64 Pensacola, 62 in Century, 62 in Fort Walton Beach. We are looking at your highs today, mid to upper 70s. So it is going to feel warm, and it's going to feel a bit warmer as we do have that humidity. So something you want to just prepare for as you are getting dressed for the day. You want to make sure you're prepared for it. So not just today, but well into next week. This could last into Thanksgiving, this warmer than average forecast. Now there's a chance we could have a little cold front next week, but right now the trend is warmer. So that's what we'll be watching. We're already 5 degrees above average for today. We'll be saying 5 to about 7 degrees warmer than what we typically are at, and normally we're in the low 70s. So it is going to feel just a little more Florida-like. It does come with dry conditions for the most part in terms of rain chances. We're not looking at much. We'll have the clouds around. That's going to be the extent of the moisture, but we're really not going to be looking at rain. That's going to be lasting through Tuesday, really all the way through Thursday. No rain chance expected. Heading into Friday, Saturday, Sunday, this is when we could start to see a chance of some pockets of some light showers, but we're going to keep it low, 20 to maybe 30%. So it is going to be a very, very isolated rain chance for the end of the week. You can see all the way through Wednesday, Thursday, not much active weather in store. As for our drought, we do have those moderate to severe drought conditions across the area. So something we are going to continue to watch, especially as we are moving into more of a drier forecast all the way through the middle of next week. So we do want to make sure we're watching this. You can see the more extreme drought levels just to our east. So that is something we will be watching. As for the tropics, 13 days left now in hurricane season. We are not expecting any tropical activity over the next 7 days. We will continue to watch this for you as we end our hurricane season, officially ending on November 30th. And like I said, 13 days left until that. Sea-Tow rain forecast, 1 foot for the Gulf. Winds are variable at about 5 knots for today. And we do have your yellow flags flying right now with a very good chance we could see our green flags as we go later on today. Should be looking like a lovely one. Here's a look at your week ahead. We do have some gorgeous conditions for today. We'll see mostly sunny skies, temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. It is going to feel warm, so just prepare for a little bit more of a Florida feel. You're going to keep the upper 70s around through the rest of the week. We will be looking at the humidity and your lows. Overnight, we'll be staying in the 60s. You can expect those 60s these to last and get even warmer in the mid to upper 60s waking up as you head into the weekend. You can see those small rain chances starting to build in with just about a 20 to 30% chance of rain Friday through Sunday.
Up next, a weighty question for a Monday. Would your partner be loyal? The new challenge putting relationships to the test, and it may surprise you what some people are doing.
As we get into the story, I offer advice.
Okay.
D and B. D and B.
What is that?
Delete and block.
Delete and block. Block and delete. Okay. Bear that in mind as we get into the story. Last week we told you about, people testing each other. We talked about the bird test to see if somebody's paying attention. Now is a test like where people are trying to see if people are loyal, apparently.
Yeah, the story was shared on Reddit, and a Gen Z woman says she got a private message on Instagram one day from a man saying he saw her at a concert and wanted to compliment her.
Okay, so she says the messages never got flirty, and his messages got flirty, but she never did, is what she's trying to say. I was innocent. She says she kept her responses short, like, haha, thanks, blah, blah, blah.
Then her boyfriend confronted her, says he asked his friend to hit on her to see what she'd do, and according to him, she failed.
And this comes back to your point, block and delete. The boyfriend felt like she shouldn't have answered at all, that she'd have immediately blocked and deleted the guy and just not responded. Now, it was divided, the response. A lot of people on Reddit were defending the girlfriend.
Yeah, they were saying, quote, if someone has to manufacture betrayal to feel secure, they're not looking for love, they're looking for control. And you didn't need to fail the test, the relationship did.
And now there's some professionals in this particular segment of society. Our producer AJ has got some more information about the pros getting involved, right?
That's right, coming in hot with your brain rot report.
Woo!
This is something I've seen on TikTok for a while. There's a girl, and her name is, I have it right here so I wouldn't forget it, Lana Madison. She posts a lot of stuff, but one of her main things is girls who maybe are a little suspicious that their boyfriend might cheat on them or might talk to girls the way they aren't supposed to, they'll pay her and she will go on Instagram or something and message their boyfriend and see what happens, and then send the girlfriend the screenshots after. And she has a quote here, if your man resists my advances, he's solid, and if not, well, then you've got your answer. I'm not out here ruining relationships, I'm just giving women the receipts. I don't know, maybe some people would disagree, but there are people who are making money out of doing these kinds of challenges and tests.
The great spirit
of
American entrepreneurship.
I think everybody's right, though. Just to throw my opinion out, Jared's right, block and delete, just don't entertain stuff, but also, like, why are you setting people up? If that's the case, come on.
I think that's the main thing. I would go with you on that, AJ. It's like, why the world is hard enough. Why set up situations for somebody to trip? Just put all the energy into like being together and having good times.
There you go.
Solid advice from Laura Hussey, as usual.
Good luck to everybody on that.
The Morning Current will continue in just a moment.
Oh, look at this one from Pam Clyde. Look at those rays. And she says, I captured the morning sun rays near my apartment. I love it.
Gus Jones, thank you very much. This is entitled, wow. Well, it's not entitled, wow, that's just me. It's entitled Sunset at Dinner on Friday, 11/14.
Ah, nice. Looks like you enjoyed. Thanks for those.
And we are going to be setting up for some nice sunrises and sunsets. We'll have a few more clouds to create those beautiful backdrops. Temperatures are going to be in the mid to upper 70s moving forward. It is going to feel a little more humid as well. So we do have some higher humidity values that we'll be seeing. Temperatures are going to be falling in the 60s overnight. We will be seeing the 60s get a little bit higher as we go into the end of the week and the weekend, mid to upper 60s as you wake up. And we'll still have the upper 70s for highs.
Thank you so much for spending part of your morning with us on the Morning Current. We hope you'll be back here tomorrow at 7.
We'll see you then. Have a good day.